Hey there, brilliant viewers. It's our distinct honor to welcome our esteemed guest for today, Colonel Anand Mahadevan, a remarkable individual whose journey is not only short of inspiration, hailing from a deep-rooted family. Colonel Anand carries a legacy of a second-generation ex-NDA officer. His commitment to serving our nation has led him through travel the entire country during his tenure in the army, leaving an incredible mark wherever he went. Following an active and illustrious career in the military, Colonel Anand has embarked on a diverse and exciting path. His pursuit not only spans across various fields, reflecting his incredible versatility, he has dwelled into realms of legal consultancy, counseling, writing, YouTubing, and even singing, showcasing his wide range of talents and interests. Colonel Anand's academic credentials are very impressive. As his professional achievements, he holds a master's degree in weapon technology, an MBA in human resources, a master's degree in psychology, and a degree in law. Furthermore, he is a master in labor law and labor welfare, achieving the prestigious title from Pune University of being a gold medalist for the batch of 2010. In addition, Colonel Anand is a motivational speaker par excellence. His deep understanding of human behavior coupled with vast experience makes his insights invaluable. He brings to the table not only knowledge but profound understanding of complexities and the human psyche. Today we are privileged to have him on our show, a multifaceted personality whose wealth of knowledge and experience knows no bounds, my friends. We eagerly anticipate his wisdom, and I'm sure that we will gain insights. His presence will enrich us. Please join me in welcoming Colonel Anand Mahadevan, a truly embodied individual of expertise, passion, and inspiration. Over to you, Colonel.
Thank you so much.
My first question to you is, how did discipline and skill you learnt in the army translate into success of your college life? Can you share some experiences?
Sure. Here I would like to mention, besides discipline, leadership skills as well, in specific context to the question that's been asked, where these have proved to be very useful to me in my academic life as well. Right now, I am also a mentor as well as a student. I am donning both the hats since I am pursuing my master's in law. The incident that I will just share with you pertains to a period of 2010 and 12 while I was doing my master's in labor law and labor welfare. And it is then where I found these qualities that I had learned in the army very useful. Like I could project myself as a ideal role model before the students and the management. As in, by way of my being very prompt in attendance, then being, having effective communication skills, organizing the student activities, providing the leadership role that was, missing probably, and also scoring good marks and by my hard work, which eventually I went on to get the gold medal in the form of first class with distinction. So I'm really grateful to the army for what I am today.
Amazing. So, Colonel Anand, as a successful lawyer, what role did critical thinking and problem solving play in your academic journey?
So the army way of life actually provided me with a platform to develop my skills in numerous ways, especially those of the creative thinking and problem solving, which is very useful even in ordinary daily lives. So there were situations in the army which were pertaining to the operations, the training, as well as routine administration. So just to give you an example, the operational matters included things like when to open a fire on the enemy, and in a counter-insurgency environment, maybe when to break open a house where the terrorists are present, and how to reduce collateral damage. Similarly, when you come to training aspects, there were occasions when we would be working on a project-based model, which required each one of us to do a lot of problem solving and fixing the bugs. So that also, helped in a very big way. And in the routine administrative matters, you also had, a lot of dispute resolutions and, problems to be sorted out. All of this actually required a very, broad-based thinking, and you had to take all the stakeholders, on board, and probably arrive at a quick and workable solution. And there had to be a very effective implementation as well.
Right.
So that's what.
So guys, remember, whenever you face a problem, there are two things. One is don't panic. Second is think and find an effective solution to your problem. Colonel Anand, my next question to you is, in challenging situations during the military service, what essential skills that encompass, like leadership and adaptability, how does these two skills help to prove and be invaluable skills?
Yeah, so to leadership and adaptability, I would also like to add perseverance as well. See, now each student actually must aim to strive for excellence. In fact, that should be the motto. Like they say, you aim for the moon and you land up among the stars. So one needs to replace rigidity with flexibility, be open to changes and technological advancements and upgradations, and you should be prepared to equip yourself rather to be able to take on multiple tasks at the same time. And one should not get upset by minor setbacks. Stay focused and never give up.
All right. So guys, please stay focused. Don't give up. That's your go-to advice. Be adaptable. Perseverance is very important, and then leadership comes along with that. So let's move on to question number 4 of our college series. In your experience, how does networking and professional building relationships contribute to success? And if you can help our students with a little advice of how networking effectively creates meaningful connections with peers, with teachers, colleagues, clients, anybody.
It has really helped me a lot, even though back then the networking and building professional relationships was far more, I would say, traditional,
Right.
restricted.
Right.
The outlets were much lesser, slower than what we have today with digitalization, internet, and various professional and social media platforms. You can literally, highlight your achievements in the best possible manner, and at the same time, you can let your spoken reputation also develop by word of mouth. I mean, by the traditional way.
Right.
So, like in the legal field, initially I had to only rely upon my academic qualifications and my contacts to get me my first few cases. So I would never, undermine the importance of networking and building a professional relationship, which goes without saying in any field that you would like to pursue.
Thank you. Colonel Anand, we've noticed that time management is very crucial, be it the military service or everyday life. So what are the tips that you can provide us and our students to effectively manage time and to balance their academics, extracurricular activities, or even on a personal life basis? Some people are always late. So what is your take on that?
See, the time management is the key to success today. Everyone has 24 hours, nobody has anything more or less. So therefore, it's very important that we have to regulate our activities in a very intelligent and purposeful manner.
Right.
So we have these 3 activities that we need to divide time between. The first one, as you had mentioned, was academics. Now, what is academics is basically your study-related work, which is going to get you a job, an income, and a livelihood.
Yes.
Very important, rather most important. Then you have your extracurricular activities, for instance, your sports and games, writing, painting, music. That could also be a profession, provided you are very good at that. Otherwise, it is more of a leisure activity, But that is also very important for a very balanced life. And thirdly is your personal time, which you have to devote towards yourself, your family, and also your social media requirements. So what do we need to do? We need to divide the time between these 3 very, important things in your life. And if you were to ask me, I would suggest that I recommend to everyone that you must get up between 3 to 4 in the morning. and at least put in 3 hours of academic studies if you can, and follow it up with some physical activity. The rest of it you can divide it along the day, So that would be the best thing to do. And also make and follow your role models, and that would really help you, guide through your journey very well.
Right, guys, so remember, all of us have 24 hours in a day. The way you divide your 24 hours is the key. However, my personal take is also you have 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of play. There's no more than this 24. It is your baby, you decide and plan your time.
Colonel Anand, we've heard that effective communication is like the buzzword these days. Everyone says communication अच्छा होना चाहिए, you should learn to communicate effectively, whether it is personal life, academics, college, or even professional life. So with your experience in the army and even as a lawyer, how effective communication plays a pivotal role in our lives?
There are different styles of leadership. There is this one silent style as well, and vocal, and so many others. So I will just restrict myself to what I advocate is a leader should be seen and heard.
Right.
And especially in today's world, when your events are overtaking you all the time, and a leader needs to have very good communication skills. Rest, everything else follows later. So you should also have maturity, empathy. You should have an understanding of your adversary and how you can sort out issues, and how you can crack good deals. So I can recall 2 instances of my NCC tenure while I was the commanding officer of a girls' battalion at Pondicherry, and senior staff officer as well at the group headquarters. So there was this strike by the Group C employees, which I was able to manage to have it ended very, very peacefully, by way of, understanding their, psyche and communicating them well in their language, and it was, eventually everything turned out in the interest of the organization. Similarly, we had a lot of, events that were conducted. Being a small state, one had to interact with the governor's office, the chief minister's secretariat, the IAS and the IPS and other bureaucrats as well, which required a lot of, talking, persuasion, as well as a lot of PR skills. So which I was able to do effectively, and bring up the image of the army. So I feel as a true leader, you need to have communication skills at the top of the highest order.
Right.
So you all need to develop your language proficiency skills, that is your grammar, your verbal and written skills as well, and therefore you would like to maybe listen to news, talk shows, do your online courses, and last but not the least, help each other grow together.
As we move on to question 7, we have had a couple of great experience sharing skills, beautiful examples, and also developing and enhancing our skills by our very own Colonel Anand. So let's move on to question number 7. Lawyers often need negotiation and persuasion. Is a very common term. So how can students develop their negotiation skills, and can you throw light on the statement with some examples?
Sure. See, negotiation and persuasion skills do not come with theory, they come with practice.
Right.
And for that you need to put in persistent efforts and gain experience. So if I were to give an example from the law point of view, I would say that you need to watch your online courtroom proceedings and recordings, which is a new thing which has just come in, and they are easily available on the net. Read a lot of judgments, learn by watching others argue, and practice in front of the mirror. So, and at the end of it, you need to have patience and stay cool-headed. It will take you a while, but you will reach there.
Right.
Two instances in my, early in my law career, which I have already mentioned to you. So when you are a new budding lawyer, people don't allow you to, speak that long.
Mm-hmm.
So you still need to, struggle and come up the hard way, and you will definitely learn with the passage of time. And there was a time after I had gained experience in law, and then I came across this one gentleman. He was an opposing lawyer, and he had this habit of taking the matter in round and round in circles, and always try to mislead the court. And he would not allow me to rebut, make short rebuts. So what I did was, I used to still, at the expense of being pointed out, stand up and make my objections. And after that, whenever that particular counsel came, I would tell the honorable court that I would like to give a detailed rebuttal after he's got over. So once he had finished saying what he had to, I had then, put things in a very, very clear perspective, in a very, very pointed form, and which went down well among the judges. So you need to build different strategies for different people and different situations.
Right. So guys, you need to strategize things for negotiation and persuasion. At the same time, communication is your go-to guide and your key. So keep communicating, keep practicing. So Colonel Anand, as we've noticed that resilience is a very important skill in the army, in our daily lives, and even as a lawyer, I would say. So could you share an experience where resilience was tested and how students can build upon this particular word with handling setbacks and challenges that they face? Now, setbacks and challenges can come throughout the way, not only in our college life, but even in our professional life or even in our daily lives. So how do we take these setbacks in a positive way and move forward?
The best example that I can give about myself is when I had started my journey as a young cadet in the National Defence Academy. So I was so mighty thrilled for having made it to that prestigious first 300 in the country.
Right.
And as our training started, we found that training was so tough, and a lot of people were quitting. It was then I had a deep instinct inside me. I said, come what may, I will go ahead, complete my training, I will don my olive greens, and I will get the stars pipped onto my shoulders.
Right.
In the process, I had to go through a lot of hardships, albeit with a smile. But today, I can say very proudly that I am an alumni of the prestigious National Defence Academy. So guys, what I'm trying to basically say is that, at that stage, you might feel, like giving up. Please don't do that. At the end of the tunnel, you will find a lot of light.
Right.
So, an example of the legal field I have, I think, already covered. So, today I can say with confidence that I have a number of cases flowing in, wherein even I am able to shed out a few cases to the other junior lawyers and, helping my fraternity members to grow as well. So, I think you can, take that forward from there.
All
And so the message to the students is, please rise and shine. It is your time to work really very hard and achieve your goals in style.
Lovely. Thank you, Colonel Anand, for being on the series and inspiring and encouraging our young youth of the nation to move forward. So guys, always remember, aim high, set your goals, keep shining, and don't lose hope. If you have setbacks, you will come stronger. Take it from us. Take care.